Making the film took 10 years, but I didn't film them for 10 years.
That would have been cool. We are not only poets together, but we're also friends, so that's a good thing. I just want to let you know that. I myself, yes, I am a 10th grade English teacher, and I'm continuing with my writing. I'm hopefully putting out something this fall. I'm traveling, doing the same work, readings all across the country, so that's exciting.
I'm going to be going back to school this fall, and I'm planning to finish my degree. I just have a year and a half left. And then the both of us, what we've been working on, we've been meeting regularly, definitely as friends and as poetry partners. And we've just been working. We are now wanting to work on a new poem. We were working on one on the drive here today, and we were just brainstorming. We were thinking of making a video. We want to submit a video to a competition in July.
I'm just going to jump in quick. It started off live, where part of the idea of the slam happens in the clubs, and it's judged, and you have a 2-minute time limit. But with the internet, it's growing outside of that arena. But for the most part, the slam scene is live.
I came out of the slam world. I came out of the slam competition idea of poetry, and I feel like it sort of helps us build on what we want to work on together, because I know Annetta, she herself considers herself a performer as well. So there's lots of performance when you're talking about spoken word slam poetry and how that sort of develops on stage.
The beautiful thing about sign language is that it's a language that you can see, and it really brings out the beauty of a language in a way that you really are not aware of it just gives you a whole other perspective on what a language is, to be able to see it, and to see it unfolding visually really brings out the artistry that's part of the poetry, and also just part of the way in which people communicate in that culture.
I was born deaf, and most people who are born deaf, signing is their native language. And using the body, the movements and everything, that's a part of the language, and that comes innately. And so when I'm signing, I use a lot of my hands and my arms, and I'll move my shoulders, but the movement of the shoulders, hearing people sometimes don't realize that the shoulders moving, it's actually called body shifting or roll shifts. And it's kind of when when you move your shoulders for specific roles, like if you are trying to identify that two people are facing each other visually, you'll move your shoulders. Or if you're saying like he or she, you want to be moving your shoulders to identify who the he is or who the she is. You have to visually create that visual space, and it's actually a part of like the English grammar structure, and the way it appears in ASL is different. But some people just think that it's like body movements is just a deaf thing, but it's not true at all. Deaf people, we have our own language. Not so much insulting to hearing people, but hearing people tend to kind of talk about like she or he, and you have to make a left and then make a right, and use all these words to depict the same thing, and I could just sign it very quickly in a second.